for countryside development. The activity will encourage micro, small, and medium entrepreneurs to contribute to the economic dynamism in the countryside. The PMBE Act of 2002 encourages the formation and growth of barangay micro-business enterprises by granting them incentives and other benefits.
Cebu Governor Hilario P. Davido III led the blessing rites this morning of the provincial government's newly purchased light and heavy equipment at the capital's motor pool property at Amvala Street, Cebu City.
Salamat! Finally, niabot lang atong heavy equipment which we had long wanted. Na-delay yun sa isuot na device go because we wanted really everything above board, no? Hindi na kadudahan. Yet, naagihapoy mga critics na to we bought this at an overpriced ko na ni. Pero problema lagi, kung may balato, masarap is bidding.
These machineries worth more than 227 million pesos are expected to fast-track road improvements and hasten clearing operations in times of calamities in all towns and cities in the province. In November last year, the first batch of the equipment was already used to open a diversion road in Barangay Lower Becerril, Bolhoon Town, following the series of soil crashes that occurred on the 15-kilometer stretch of Becerril-Nugas Road. The heavy equipment was also used in opening a road along Danao City and Tuburan Town to provide access to a known tourist destination in the highlands. Provincial Engineer Hector Amora explained that with the purchase of the heavy equipment, the capital does not need to rent out to respond to requests for road rehabilitation work or disasters, which take more time and money. The capital spends around 3,000 pesos a day to rent one unit of heavy equipment, which in total for all the equipment for one whole year is equivalent to purchasing 3 heavy equipment. Cebu Provincial Traffic Management Focal Person Joy Tumulak urges motorists to follow traffic rules as the Department of Public Works and Highways 2nd Engineering District is set to start with the Mananga Rehabilitation Project in Barangay Lawaan, Talisay City on April 27. In a meeting last Tuesday with Leslie Anthony Molina, the District Engineer of Cebu's 2nd District Engineering Office, Tumulak said the Public Works Office assured to complete the project within 70 days, with traffic plans being set up for the anticipated vehicle congestion in the area. Tumulak said DPWH plans to enforce a full closure of the northbound lane of the bridge while work is ongoing. With this, Tumulak added that DPWH can resort to a scheme to ensure the traffic flow along the Cebu South Coastal Road will be unhampered. DPWH traffic scheme includes opening the southbound lane of the bridge to two-way traffic from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Moreover, Tumulak said traffic managers are willing to extend assistance to DPWH in ensuring a smooth traffic flow during the rehab works. He added that they will not hesitate to apprehend vehicles illegally parked along the bridge.
Over 20 million worth of infrastructure projects were turned over last April 3 by the provincial government to 6 upland barangays in Dumanhog Town, South Cebu. Of the 2018 million projects that include roads and daycare centers, Cebu Governor Hilario P. Davido III led the turnover of classroom buildings in public schools in Barangay Tubod Duguan and Balaytike. Tubod Duguan and Balaytike elementary schools are situated in the mountain areas of Dumanhog Town, a third-class municipality located 8 82.1 kilometers away from Cebu City. Along with Davide were 7th District Representative Peter John Calderon, Provincial Board Member Christopher Baricuatro, and Dumanhog Mayor Rene Asintista. Davide, who promises to address the lack of classrooms in public schools in the province, said that he prioritizes these projects for pupils who are residing far from the town proper. Davide said, and I quote, "They are in mountain barangays, far from the main community. Most of the problems of these barangays are the lack of classrooms." End of quote, Davide said. In Tubod-Duguan Elementary School, a maximum of 40 pupils can be accommodated in each classroom. The two-classroom building is worth 2.1 million. Barangay Tubod-Duguan is 15 kilometers away from Dumanhog proper. Also, students of Balaytike Elementary School can now use its two-classroom building worth 1.98 million. The Cebu Provincial Investment and Promotions Office (CPIPO) conducted an orientation seminar discussing the provisions of the Barangay Micro Business Enterprise Act (BMBE) of 2002 to some business owners in Balamban Town. Several owners of micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs were able to know more about the BMBE and how it can help them, with CPIPO highlighting the procedures of doing business. The CPIPO, the capital's investment arm, also underlined its services to MSMEs, especially in the countryside, by providing an enabling environment for entrepreneurs to scale up their business. Based on studies, the chances a startup business will succeed in its first 3 years is 25%. This means 75% of startup business will fail without proper guidance. In partnership with the Department of Trade and Industry, Negosyo Center in Balamban Town, the orientation discussed the eligibility requirements and incentives of BMBE granted to registered MSMEs. Florita Alpuerto, officer in charge of CPIPO, said that aside from the activity, the event also aims to provide MSMEs with business counseling session and a chance to meet with other stakeholders and government officials. Alpuerto said that in line with Governor Hilario P. Davide III's agenda for countryside development, the activity will encourage micro, small and medium entrepreneurs to contribute to the economic dynamism in the countryside. The BMBE Act of 2002 encourages the formation and growth of barangay micro business enterprises by granting them incentives and other benefits.
Cebu Governor Hilario P. Davide III led the blessing rites this morning of the provincial government's newly purchased light and heavy equipment at the capital's motor pool property at Envelope Street, Cebu City.
Salamat. Finally, niabot lang atong heavy equipment which we had long wanted. Na-delay yun sa nasuot ka na because